Hello everyone, my name is Brett Keane and I am a skeptic non-believer who sat during the debate between Christian Prince and SAMI ZAATARI, I believe is how it's pronounced, SAMI ZAATARIS. SAMI was the Muslim and of course Christian Prince would be the Christian. Sat through the entire debate in Stickam. It was being broadcast to us. The debate was actually held in Pal Talk. Right off the bat, the Christians spent a lot of time yelling and screaming and trying to figure out who's going to be admins and all that. It was a great deal of waste of time right off the bat. But when the debate finally started, and by the way, the topic was on, is Prophet Muhammad a real prophet? Well, basically what happens is that the Christian guy who gets on the mic begins making claims that Prophet Muhammad was fake due to attributes. Let me give you an example. He stated that Prophet Muhammad was evil due to a child who was killed in the Quran. However, the Muslim SAMI brings up verses in the Bible where God, of course, kills children and destroys people and does horrid things. As most of you know, there's a lot of very, very rough things in the Bible when it comes to murder and destruction and death and all that. So it was retarded for the Christian to actually use that kind of form of debate. Instead of the Christian debating or defending his position, he gets up on the mic and does your typical amateur Christian position of, oh, you can't use the Bible, we're talking about the Quran. But he was already building a profile of what would be considered evil and using it against Prophet Muhammad in the Quran. He was having a double standard, basically. So he continued on through the debate stating things like, okay, your God created evil. Your prophet or Allah has created evil. How can that be the true God? Well, the Muslim then retorted by giving him Isaiah 45:7 as well as other verses that showed that the God of the Bible also created evil as well. In Isaiah 45:7 it says, I form the light and the darkness, I create peace and evil. I the Lord do all these things. The Christian then tries to argue that God forces people to do wrong, that he actually forces people to do horrid stuff. The Muslim then brought up verses and stuff that was also put in the room, 2 Thessalonians and so on, in Ephesians chapter 1 verse 4 through 5, where God actually in the Bible puts strong delusions and lies upon people and such. So the Christian was basically getting owned every way but loose, and it was his own fault because he opened up this Pandora's box by attacking the Quran on the attributes of God. The Christians seem to have a difficult time believing or accepting the concept of predestination. And one of the things he stuck on quite a bit throughout the hour was God being evil because he did this or did that. However, the same thing could be said about his own Bible. So there was no real way out of that. Towards the end of the debate, as well as towards the beginning, there were already situations going on where Muslims were being booted out and shut down. This is a typical thing. One thing that I noticed that was very annoying for Muslims, atheists, agnostics, pagans, deists, and Christians alike is that Mr. Christian Prince was yelling on the mic and continued to do ad hominem attacks. He did not seem to be able to bring up any biblical verses or references to any of his claims. He would just simply get up on the mic and repeat himself over and over saying, you are a liar, you don't know what you're talking about, and screaming on top of his lungs. He was literally yelling so loud the mic was becoming distorted over and over. As where SAMI was precise and calm and gave biblical references as well as Quran references every step of the way through the debate. Every time SAMI spoke, he gave valid points and he was relaxed and calm in his demeanor. And I would have to say, hands down, the Muslims basically owned and spanked that ass repeatedly. I apologize for the language, but that's the way it went down. The Christian only continued to say the same things over and over again and repeated ad hominem attacks such as liar, you don't know what you're talking about, Muslims are evil, and so on. It was ridiculous. It was really sad. It was like dealing with an amateur Christian that you would just meet at any local church down south. So I want to say also, I am not a Muslim myself. I am what you call a skeptic non-believer, but I must commend the Muslims on a great debate. And also I want to commend Sordavala and Rex again on their debate last time. So you guys are doing great, and I hope to continue to be a part of more of these debates and be able to listen in and review in the future. Thank you.